let me turn it up a little bit.
Waiting for people to come on here.
Yeah. Let's see here. Technical. It's too much. We're going to get it. There's Tyler. There we go.
Got one person already watching.
Let's see who we got there. Zachary Fry. Hey, Zachary. How you doing, buddy? Comment.
Adjusting the camera.
Yeah, let us know if you can see and hear us and all that good stuff. Tyler's been doing this a little longer than I have, so I have to work on my equipment. See, I'm still sitting there. I'm going to get it, man. I'm going to get in there. I'll tell you what.
Do we need to switch chairs?
Let's see here. I may need. Let's see what the...
Zachary says, good. Hope y'all are. We are doing great, ain't we, bud?
Yes, sir. We're doing good. Once we get this camera deal situated here, man,
We'll be on.
we're going to be on a roll.
I've invited lots of people to watch, so.
There we go. We can see the squirrel pictures now.
There you go. Yep.
Let's try one more time.
There we go.
We got it.
Perfect.
All right. So we got both of us in the camera. Can y'all see us and hear us? Let us know. Like I said, we'll talk a few minutes before we get into everything. See 4 people watching.
There we go. Let's keep it up.
Devin James. Okay, that's Devin. That's the heavy squirrel winner.
Yes.
Yeah.
Congratulations, buddy. You're lucky. I killed nothing.
I killed one.
But I had a great time.
Devin, Alexis.
It cracked me up, though, when you said you only killed one. I looked at you and it said you beat me up by 1.
Hey, man. We win. That's the main thing, right?
I looked at Jonathan and I said, dude, we're all winners in this thing. We got to support the fire department, and that's the main thing. And we all had a good time. Memories made.
Yeah, man, it was a good time. Like I said, getting outside was a win. You know, we didn't get as many squirrels as we wanted, but...
Right. The wind definitely made a difference, too, and the rain there for a while, I think.
Billy Redmond. You know Billy?
That's my Nana.
All right.
That's her.
What's up, man? Thank you, sir. Sitting on the train at work, man, ready to watch this live. Oh, man, there'll be some entertainment.
Sitting in the
Hey,
train?
you work for Norfolk Southern, right, Devin? Yeah, I think he works at the railroad. He's got a pretty cool job.
Wow.
Got 8 viewers. We'll give it 3 or 4 more minutes, and we'll dive into this thing.
Yes, sir.
Brad Long Jr. Hey, Brad. Andrew Mitchell. He was in the squirrel tournament. That's actually my niece's husband, so he'd be my nephew, more or less. You know
there you go.
Yes, sir. He's the conductor for Norfolk Southern.
Nice.
That's pretty cool, man. How many people can say they get to drive the train?
Hey, you might see T-Bone's name pop up on there.
Oh, okay. That'd be cool, man.
I've sent him a picture to let him know I was on here, so.
Oh, cool, man. Maybe he'll chime in.
He'll come on Travis Turner. My dad's watching. Hey, Dad.
Hey, Tyler's dad.
So.
Yeah, we just, Tyler got here and we talked a little bit.
Brandon Long's watching. What's up, Brandon?
Okay, that's some of your people, huh?
Yep.
Okay, all right. Networking here.
10 people. That's good.
Heck
I never reached that much on my live videos.
Oh, man. I guess I talk so much, people's like, let's just see what he's blabbing about this week, you know. Good conversation piece for the water cooler.
12 people.
Brian Smith. Now, Brian is going to be a guest on the show, I think, next week.
There you go.
He won the 2023 Silver Moon Lake Cartmaster.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he's coming on, I think, next Tuesday, Brian. Is that right?
That's awesome.
Derek? Okay.
I said, what's up? Ready to go live. Come on. Actually, we are live, by the way.
We live. Got a hot mic. Got the kids, and we ain't got to worry about Wyatt coming here and saying something crazy. Got a text message coming through. We're going to let it ride so we don't mess it up. Carolyn. Hey, Carolyn. Hope you're doing good. My neighbor's down the road. Like I said, we'll give it a couple more minutes, and we'll get into this thing. We got the studio set up.
We could reach 20 people. That would be huge.
Oh, man, that'd be cool. You never know.
I've definitely let some people know, so we'll see.
Yeah, y'all can invite friends to watch or share the page or share the live, and we'll interact with y'all. You got any questions, anything you want to talk about? We'll, for the most part, we should see it. I'm new to the technology thing, but Tyler's been doing a lot longer, so he can probably help us out with that. So everybody still hears good, see us good. If you can, we'll get into it. I got plenty of battery, I think. Hello, guys. Brian, yeah. Brian's got us. Good looking picture. The background, yes, we're going to talk about that too. Just printed this bad boy off at CVS. Look, it was originally going to be an 8x10. Everybody couldn't fit. I want to get everybody in here.
There you go.
This is an 8x20. Now, I don't know where I'm going to find a frame like that. But
I guess one place to be Amazon or something like that.
yeah, I'm going to have to custom make one. So
that'd be good.
Yeah, this is a cool picture, man. It'll always be here. This is our first ever tournament and fundraiser event. We've sold the T-shirts.
Let's get Jonathan Brown on this thing. Hopefully he'll be watching.
Where's Jonathan? There's Jonathan. There's the 50-50 winner, Maverick. All right. So
I'm texting right now saying we are live.
yeah, I'm incognito on the texting. Yeah, I made sure I got in the middle.
We are. Oops.
I hear you, Devin. Yeah, I would too, man. You gotta support that. Got the winners here. Which everybody on here's a winner, like Tyler said. But the heaviest squirrel guys ended up here. I got the chart somewhere in here, and but it'll hang up here eventually too. It's got all the scores. Like I said, it was a good time for a good cause. I really enjoyed it. Andy, that's my brother. Hey, Andy. Right up the road, about 200 yards. I'm getting good signal, man. There ain't no interference here, bro.
There you go. Y'all got good signal around this area?
Yeah, man. So actually, probably don't want to tell this story, but a few years back, we couldn't get internet. We ended up getting internet. So the guy who brought our cable down here brought a commercial grade cable line. So we got super good internet.
That's great.
So I hope I just didn't ruin it. But yeah, what's up, Amanda? I can't see. Amanda James, maybe?
Oh, yes. That is Jash, my man. That's Jamie Mabe and his wife Amanda. They're big time hunters.
Oh,
they have
nice.
a huge farm.
Oh, okay. That's great.
Now we kind of related into something of one of the questions you'll be asking me as well, as far as my other interests and stuff. So.
Oh, good, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, boy.
Well, we got 21, man. We got 21.
Let's go.
Let's do it. All right. We're going to get into this thing. Alex Blaylock, thank you for joining us. So this is my buddy Tyler. Tyler Redmond. Everybody say hey to Tyler. Tyler is the host of Hunter Ridge Outdoors YouTube. He has a podcast. He's 21 years old from Forsyth County. Great dude. So want everybody to see who Tyler was. We're going to wrap up the squirrel tournament deal. Then we're going to get to all about Tyler. This is our first ever guest. We're excited. We're humbled to have, we're humbled to have so many people want to talk to us and get on here and go back and forth with me. It does mean a lot. Appreciate you being here.
Sure, buddy.
And like I said, just appreciate everybody coming to the squirrel tournament. To wrap that up, as Devin said earlier, we got a picture back here. I think we had 40 teams officially. Dylan Quarter was one of them. Hey, Dylan, appreciate you joining us. You should be on this picture somewhere. I know a few guys had to leave early, but this means a lot to me, and it does mean a lot to the local fire department. Yeah. So this will always hang up the studio. Everything we do is making memories and making life better for other people. That's what we're all about. So I like to say getting outdoors and giving back. So the winners over here were Cole Manis and Marty Manis. They're your 2024 Northwest North Carolina Squirrel Tournament champions presented by BWB. They had 8 squirrels at 10.760 pounds.
Whoa!
Yeah, that's a bag of squirrels. I had one at 1.2. It sure wasn't. I had one. Me and Y got one, but it's better than none, all right?
Yep, absolutely.
And Devin James and Keelan Robertson ended up with the heaviest squirrel at 1.670. That was a big old squirrel. Congratulations to those 4 guys. They will also receive free entry into the 2025 Northwest North Carolina Squirrel Tournament. And we're looking to do it February 8th of 2025. I know it's a long ways from now. Had such a good turnout, and we look forward to getting that event going. And you'll hear me talking. You'll hear me answer people. I like to go back and forth. Alex Blaylock, do you guys have shirts for sale? Yes, we do. We have some extra T-shirts. So let me know if you want one. I think the hoodies have already been made and should be getting those pretty soon through Stokes Apparel. But I do have extra T-shirts if you want one. The T-shirts will go toward the Special Olympics of Stokes County. And I ordered some extra ones just in case. There's the back of them. Says on the hunt for autism awareness. Got a cool looking deer there with a bandit mask, and that's the front. Super comfortable shirt. So yes, we do have shirts for sale. We have some extra ones. Tim Bullens, thanks for watching. So like I said, Tyler made a good point. Everybody in this picture is a winner right here. And I appreciate everybody supporting this. We raised $500 for the fire department. I understand, and this day and time, that's not a huge amount of money, but maybe these guys and girls who serve our community can get a nice meal or some equipment or anything to help them out.
Yeah.
Like I said, all these people in this picture were hunting for a cause. We got outside. We give back.
25 people watching.
Awesome. I'm pretty sure everybody ate the squirrels. I know that was a big question I got asked. What do you guys do with them? I was raised, I'm sure you're the same way, Tyler. We harvest something, we put it on our plate. You know what I mean? Right. We just don't shoot for fun. We're outdoorsmen. It's a journey, and that's part of the journey is getting to feed our families. So I know everybody's getting tired of me saying this, but I had a freezer over there, Tyler's, in my shop. This is, spoiler alert, the BWB Studios is basically my garage. So we go from oil changing to baseball practice to the BWB studio. So I had a big old freezer.
Everything in one.
That's right, man. This is our complex, our man cave. So the freezer was over there beside the toolbox, and it went out. So I lost all my meat. So you think I'm gonna lose any of my meat? No, I'm eating that joker.
There you go. That's right.
Hey, Ashley, nice to see you. Let me go back to somebody right here. Blue Wake Marine, Sierra Mitchell. That's my niece. Well, guys, I got to get the wheels turning on this thing. Hey, appreciate you tuning in, Devin, and congrats again. Josh Williams, thank you for watching.
23 people watching.
All right, man. That's cool.
Yes, sir.
But that's pretty much it. We appreciate it. That was our first ever tournament. We're going to have this picture here always. So remember, everybody, what a good time we had. We'll do it again next year for sure. March, we have a 3D indoor archery tournament at Boneyard Archery. That's going to be benefiting the South Stokes shooting team. The South Stokes shooting team is a group of kids and young adults from 5th grade all the way to 12th grade. They do competition shooting, archery, rifle, and shotgun. So that's what we're going to be doing in March. We also have a family we're going to support as soon as our turkey stuff gets ready. We're really excited about partnering with those people. Super excited. So that's the squirrel tournament. We wrap that up. Let's get into today's guest, Tyler Redmond. Like I said, 21 years old out of Forsyth County, doing good things, doing big things. He's your host of Hunter Ridge Outdoors. You can find him on YouTube. He has a podcast. He's doing a really great job. Matter of fact, he just had a big interview last week.
Yes, a week ago tomorrow, actually.
Tell him who you had.
Travis T-Bone Turner from Bone Collector, baby.
There we go. That is super huge.
It was amazing, man.
When I found out about it, somebody might have let the cat out of the bag. Secret. I didn't tell, I promise. You probably know who. But I was definitely tuning in, man. That was great. I was like, man, I was happy. But I was like, no way. And I was like, oh, he really did, man. So that's great. Good job on that, man.
Thank you, buddy.
So I know T-Bone is probably, I don't know what rank you, but to me, that's pretty big.
Oh, yeah.
You had a couple other guys. Who were they?
I had the first guest in my podcast was Joe Drake. And for some of you guys, like I said, I'm big about Realtree and from the history behind it. And like I said, I have so many of their VHS. That's right. Yeah. Let's go, baby. I have so many of their VHSs and DVDs. And so Joe Drake was one of the first pro staffers that Realtree ever had. Joe Drake is a world champion turkey caller, actually.
Yes.
And Joe Drake was, like I said, was there basically from the first videos of Monster Bucks and Realtree. And he told the story. You can go watch on the podcast. He told the story of how he got into Realtree and got to, like I said, go on some amazing hunts he'd never been on. Moose hunt being one of them. He said, I never even seen a moose. And he killed one. And so Joe was my first guest on there. Well, basically, to start everything, the background of it, I was like, you know what? I was blessed to be able to come. Well, the first friends I became with on Facebook, like mutual friends, like people like Jeff Wright with the Wright Mineral Company.
We use his product.
Yes, absolutely. And then people like Scooter Pegg makes the Sunrise Custom Calls. Yes, the turkey calls. I got one of them actually. And
he kills some monster deer every year.
Oh gosh, he does. Him and Tori though. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they're doing it too.
Oh yeah, and just people like that. And then so out of the course of time, make a long story short, I was just like I said, I just pressed an add friend to people like Joe Drake, and then Jeremy Atkins. Well, Jeremy Atkins I've been friends with for a long time actually. Jeremy Atkins was the next guest on my podcast. He is the founder and the starter of the Big and J companies, the deer bait. And I've always loved Big and J. They got some amazing products. Y'all go check out their website. They got some amazing stuff. Actually, Jeremy does not own, I don't know if you knew this, but he does not own Big and J right now, no more.
I didn't know that till I heard you interview him, and I said, whoa, I did not realize
Yeah,
that.
so, well, I mean, and it was a good thing because he said it was something I could not turn down. It was an offer I could not turn down. I was like, well, you're going from like, oh man, I really hate you sold your business to like, well, congratulations. Because he's like, seriously, he is like I said, it was a wonderful thing for my family. And it's like, now I get to relax with my family. And I do all that. And actually, a good thing, I said, it's never changed all but the bags of the labels and just it was really nice though.
All
Like
the ingredients were the same.
Yeah, nothing has changed on Big and J though, regardless. So, but Jeremy has, like I said, he's left it up to his friends now, so that's really good. His friends are taking care of it now. So yeah, Joe Drake, like I said, off the course of time, being friends with other hunters and stuff, it just led to Joe Drake. I'm now friends with Roger Culpepper from Realtree. And it's just unbelievable. And like I said, Joe Drake, Jeremy Atkins, people like them. Those were the first two on the podcast. And then over the past couple years, I've been chatting with T-Bone.
Yeah.
And before he ended up having that, the cancer situation he went through.
Glad he seems to be doing good now, right?
Yeah, he's still cancer free.
Awesome.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
So T-Bone, I would be contacting him on his business Facebook page. And I'd be like, hey, this is Tyler. I said, I'm so-and-so gentleman with autism, because that's what sticks out to them. That's how they get to know, especially Michael, because I've known him. I've seen him 5 different times now.
Yep.
And he knows me every time. I pretty much have to tell him, but he'll know who I am pretty much.
Yeah.
So T-Bone, I would tell him that. And basically we'd be chit-chatting back and forth. And then basically, I don't think he's received any more messages on Messenger once he started his cancer treatment and stuff. And then, like I said, just tore all of us apart, especially the hunting industry. And T-Bone said it. I think the hunting and outdoor industry took it worse than T-Bone the man himself did. I'm like, well, how do you do that? You just T-Bone would say, keep a positive attitude. And you know what? It could be worse. And there are people out there that do have it worse.
That's exactly right.
And but T-Bone said it. We've been chit-chatting back and forth. And somebody saying,
I think Damon Smith has entered the group, and somebody saying hey to him.
Okay, cool deal.
There's a lot of stuff going through there. I'm missing some of them probably.
We got about 20 people watching, 19 people watching. That's good. So, I mean, like I said, T-Bone, and like I said, folks, T-Bone loved it. And y'all may agree with me on this. A lot of people, or a lot of celebrities, especially like NASCAR drivers, football players, when they get to do podcasts or interviews with different people, first thing you're going to think about them, like, they're going to be tired of that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
But you know what? People, like, in the hunting industry, people like T-Bone and them, he said it. They don't like to be called a professional hunter because they've admitted it. There's people out there that are better hunters than people on TV, basically. T-Bone will say, we just like to be called outdoor entertainers.
That's
He
right.
said, that's what we are, basically. But T-Bone, like I said, super nice guy. He loved being on the podcast with me. He's even the one that said, we need to do this in a couple more months. Yes. I said, heck yeah, I'm all about it. And folks, stay tuned, because who knows, in the next year, probably less than that, he said, I'll get up with David Blanton, Michael Whitell, try to get them on your podcast. So I never knew in a million years that would happen. And like I said, basically going on to my hunting channel, I was just wanting to start it because I was like, you know what? I'm posting hunting videos on my regular YouTube channel that's mainly about NASCAR and stuff. So I was like, let me just start a YouTube channel. And that was started in 2021. I had no idea, almost 2.5 years from now, where that would go. I had no intentions, no idea. And gosh, it's been so good to me and certainly blessed me with a lot of things that have happened lately.
Yes.
It's just been, like I said, when I had Michael Whitell do my intro,
I heard that
last year.
Yeah.
I told folks, I said, if Bone Collector can subscribe to your channel, surely you can. And I said, big things are going to happen, but I didn't know this big things were going to happen, like a podcast or anything.
That's great.
I was like, I'm just going to try to interview, going back to about the people, becoming friends with them on YouTube. And I was like, you know what? I wonder if I can get people like Joe Drake to talk to me like that, because there's Messenger. You can talk on the phone button and talk. Or get their phone number. I was like, oh my gosh, we've gone to 3 episodes now. It looks like there's a lot more coming. Another one's happening this week.
Yeah.
Wade Rush with Bubba Roundtree Outdoors, Hunter on YouTube, over 50,000 subscribers. Super nice man, great Christian. We've been friends for about going on 4 years now.
Man, that's nice.
So you got to watch his channel. And he hunts just a state below us.
Oh man!
So he has the same experience. South Carolina, they do dog drives. They turn the dogs loose. They get all that on video, and they do steel hunting and everything. It's just, and Wade, believe it or not, knows how to reload bullets.
Oh man, he's
got a lot of information about it, and they do a lot of fishing too and stuff. So
my dad, my dad got started in hunting. He got me and my brother started in it. He back in the day in Stokes County, you could run dogs. Beagles.
Yeah.
So
really?
that's what he loves. My dad will still sit up there and watch those beagles run in South Carolina.
Oh yeah, I like to hear them.
The technology's definitely changed though. Back then it was like, oh, you stand here, wait here. My older brother will tell you that.
Yeah.
But like now you can look on the GPS and dude, it's crazy.
It's crazy. But it definitely helps.
But I will say back to you starting your Hunter Ridge channel and everything. It's awesome. I got to say, and some people call it corny. You don't know unless you go hunting in life. That's an example, man. You took that chance. There's no reward without a risk. Yeah. And you're getting rewarded, man. So not by being on here, because I'm just a good old boy, but you got T-Bone, you got all these other people. You're going in the right direction, and I enjoyed watching it. You're doing a great thing.
Man. I never imagined in a million years this would happen.
It's awesome, really, man. At 21 years old, man, you're doing good things. You got a great attitude, and I'm happy to have you here. I'm honored to be interviewing you here as my first guest. Like I said, we got some more planned, but man, I knew when I talked to you, and we met through Jonathan, mutual friend, Jonathan Brown.
Yeah, Jonathan is just an excellent friend. He's, like I said, not only a great hunter, but he loves, as y'all know, he races modifieds, and he is known as John Boy on the racetrack. But when I talk to when I look at Jonathan, like I said, he's a church member, and he's a great dear friend of mine, and he's helped me through so much. And through him, I've been able to go meet other NASCAR drivers like Ryan Newman, Hermie Sadler, Bobby Labonte.
Y'all playing Top Golf, right?
Yes.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Like I said, Jonathan called me up at work and he was like, "Hey man, didn't you tell me last week that you was a fan of Ryan Newman?" I was like, "Yeah." And he said, "How would you like to go play Top Golf?" And I was like, "Yes." I was like, "Yes." So we went that night. He was like, "Talking to your boss, make sure you get off work early, and we're gonna head down to Charlotte and play Top Golf." And
that's awesome.
Unbelievable. Ryan's a good buddy, I guess, of mine too. We're hoping to do a couple more things with him. We're actually talking about it for a couple of years, going to his ranch and tour his garage. He's got an awesome place.
Oh man, I guarantee it.
That'd be awesome. Like I said, over me and Jonathan, I'm sure he wouldn't mind me coming because I'm a great dear friend of Jonathan, and Jonathan's close to Ryan. Actually, Jonathan got to
crew chief, right?
Yes, got to crew chief. It is unbelievable.
Let me, I got a couple things here. I don't want to miss anybody because I know every week I try to go back and forth with these people. Let's see. Cody. Hey, Cody. Josh Rickard. How y'all doing? I'll do this for Josh.
Where's my people?
How's your mama there? Billy Hooker. Billy was the guy walking around with the shed at the fire.
Yes.
So, Billy, Hunter
tell me where you found that shit. I'll go look. No,
he'll say in the woods.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe in the field somewhere. Scenario. Yeah.
Hunter, you participated. Good to see you, buddy.
I found me a big shed back in 2019, actually, just behind my house. This thing, I have to bring it next time we do it. I should have huge mass, way bigger than this deer right here. But it has so much mass, huge 8-pointer it come off of.
Awesome, man. Ashley Smith said, I remember growing up around fields as a young kid and seeing all the trucks on the side of the road with the dog boxes. Yes, and we have a beagle in our house named Huck. And you can hear him. You can probably hear him sitting in here.
I have to go see him.
Oh yeah, he'll let you know.
I love beagles. They're cool dogs.
Let's see. Nothing like running dogs. I've been with your dad in Baden County. Yes, that's right, Brad Long. That's exactly right. Brown style. She's talking about the racing, Brown style.
That's right. Let's go.
Hey, Jennifer McComb. So.
Believe it or not, and go back to the racing. Another driver, this may stick out to y'all, 15-year-old Carson Lofton. That's my cousin.
Really?
Yep. His mom actually was my cousin. She was killed in a car wreck back in 2011. Her name is Melissa. And I've been texting Brian and Carson back and forth. And he said, man, I really enjoyed those races last year. He said, if you ever want to come some more, let me know and we will get you there.
That's awesome, man.
So I love racing. I love NASCAR. I really
you
racing.
See, I love all racing, but I'm a dirt track guy.
Oh, yeah, that's fun, too.
I love the dirt.
I've never been to a dirt race.
Oh, really?
That'd be cool to go to.
Dude, they got one in February. We might end up going to Friendship, Elkin.
Oh, there you go.
So it's about an hour from here.
Oh, okay.
They just redid the track, and I think it's 30,000 to win. So that'll be a big race.
Oh yeah.
So
those 14 sprint cars, they are fast.
Oh man, yeah. I don't think they can have sprint cars up there yet. I think they're working toward getting a fence, maybe some kind of insurance safety deal.
Okay.
But yeah, Jonathan. Jonathan called me when we started this Bandits deal and kind of asked what we had going on. I said, hey man, this is just giving back, nonprofit. I'm not trying to be like you were talking about earlier, like super hunter. Man, I know I'm not. I love getting outdoors. I love talking to people about it. Me and my buddy Brandon and Matt talk about it every day. They're part of this too. They just don't want to be in front of the camera. They said, I got enough mouth for all of them. So I ended up being right here. But, we talked about the shirts and the puzzle pieces, and, that's a common interest we have. And you talked about sending friends requests and people networking online. And through just doing the Bandit stuff that we've been doing, I've met a lot of awesome people. I've had conversations I never would have had. And I know social media has its negative ways. The internet has negative ways. But I feel like this right here is definitely a positive advantage to today's technology. My youngest son, Wendell, is 6. He's autistic. So I spoke with you, and you were comfortable about talking about autism. So if you want to kind of give the people an idea of like what spectrum and how
there
you
he
feel
is,
about
John Boy. John is watching.
Okay.
It's about time, boy.
He must have been the ears burning. Somebody's probably like, hey, them dudes are talking about you.
Probably talking about me, by the way.
So welcome to the conversation. But yeah, that's just a mutual thing, kind of common thread we had. If you want to tell the people a little bit about that,
Yeah, so like I said, I really didn't get into telling it about it much. Jonathan said, what's up, guys? Hey, buddy. Benny Mabe. He's a relative of mine, actually.
People? Okay.
We're starting to get on here. So y'all just to come in at the right time. Somebody else said, hey, John Boy. So, basically, after COVID, I was really going on talking about it. I was able to. And basically on my, basically about the story, I was, like I said, when you're a baby, you watch them babble, you watch them do certain things. They're completely normal, right?
Yeah.
Well, it all basically started when, and I have nothing against doctors and nurses, but when the doctor basically forces someone to get so-and-so a vaccine, you just hate that. But my mom, like I said, they'd never known, but I received my 18-month-old vaccination, so make that probably late 2003 or early 2004, whenever. I was 18 months old. So I was, like I said, that old, like I said, just a year and a half.
Yeah.
I got those vaccinations, and that's when things just took the turn for the worse. If I can name all the symptoms, it was severe rash. Then speech delay, language.
Yep. Window, yep.
Yeah, sure. I couldn't say mama, dad, or whoever, whatever I couldn't say. The babbling stopped.
Yeah.
That's another thing. And then very bad sensory issues. Like a lot of people, you see them flap a lot.
Yep, Wendell did that. So all the things they're telling me, loud noises, flapping hands.
I hate to say this, I still do it.
Yeah, well, hey.
And I get excited, man. I think I'm like, whoa!
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, man.
Yeah,
and that's what part of this is about, having these conversations so people know.
You can help one another.
Different, not less, man. We all, Tyler's may act different than Aaron does, but we're all the same. We all bleed red, colors, religion, all that good stuff, man.
Yes.
We're not going to judge people by whatever they got going on.
Right.
So the fact that you're comfortable enough to talk about that is awesome. Yeah. There's nothing to be ashamed of. It opened my eyes when we had Wendell. He was, I don't know. I've heard the vaccine thing too, and it makes me wonder if maybe that wasn't something that happened to him.
Yeah.
But he was nonverbal till he was about 3. He got diagnosed officially when he was 3.
Yep.
Walking on his tiptoes, flapping his hands, spin. He can still spin in circles like no other right now.
I did that when I was little. I would spin all crazy.
And it's not, we're not making fun, but you have to find a silver lining in it.
Oh, yeah.
So he's spinning. We're like, how does he not get dizzy? Like, how does he not fall?
It's like wow.
Yeah.
It's like, man, if I did that, I'd be falling forward.
So, yeah, man, all the things you're saying, I could definitely relate to. And like I said, honestly, if you didn't sit here and tell me, I wouldn't know, so.
That's what a lot of people say. When I tell that to them, they'll be like going to shock almost, be like, I never knew that. Because, like I said, I've been so blessed to be high functioning.
Yes.
And like I said, people wouldn't even see that in me.
Yeah.
It's like they look at you saying, I didn't know that. Well, because like it's being high function. So back to the symptoms, they started seeing me flapping. And my parents got scared at the time, and I think at one time they were like, "Oh, thank God, we don't think it's autism, whatever." Long story short, I think it all came back to them, and it was like, my doctor was like, "I'm pretty darn sure he's got autism." Yeah. So I was officially diagnosed with it at 4 or 5 years old, and it really took a toll on my parents, grandparents.
Oh yeah,
they hate to see anybody go through that. People tell me all the time, "Man, you're one lucky person. We're fortunate." And here's the thing: when people like the person that officially diagnosed me, she was like, I can't remember. I don't know if it was like he can't do so and so, or he'll have trouble, or be slow to do so and so. One of the two, as far as like riding a bike. Right. Yeah. So if you're like that, you're like, oh man, will he be able to drive a car?
Shoot, I see you wheeling up in here, man.
I just pulled up in the truck, and this one, I forgot at the time, but I had a dear friend, Greg, pass away. He was 55 years old. Actually, my dad's best friend.
Oh, man.
He was like a second daddy to me. He was like an uncle to me. I just loved him so much, and he was just so close. But a couple weeks after he passed, my mama was like, he's like, well, see, she said that I really didn't listen to them as far as riding a bike. And like I said, I can ride a bike with training wheels, but basically a real-time riding bike without training wheels. So I was like, and she was like, man, she said, you really didn't listen to us when I was, I didn't listen to them trying to ride a bike. I wouldn't do it for them. But she said, when Greg came over, you did it. I was like, what? I forgot about it, and it clicked in my mind. She's like, I think I got a videotape of it, and I can see him now, me going down that hill, him saying, "Dad, boy, get it, boy." Man, that just brought back memories. I was like, oh, man. I was like, man, I couldn't believe it done it for him. But you know what? And this is another thing. When I was young, it was easy to make excuses about it, saying, well, I can't do so-and-so because I have autism. I can't do it. I'm not able to do so-and-so because I have autism. And there are people out there that will tell people with autism that you can't do so-so. You're not able to. You physically can't able to. Don't let them tell you that. And that's how I was at the time. Nana will talk about it. Tying my shoe. You just have to teach people a different way. People wonder what causes what affects people with autism thing. Well, like I said, it might be the language. I had speech therapy for more than 5 years. So I was going back to the I lost it again.
Oh, you're good.
The speech thing, and then going back to tying your shoes, and they have to teach us a different way. It affects your brain. Yeah. It doesn't affect it physically, like, oh my, something's happened to my brain. But right. No, it's just how that child learns. Let's see, what does it say? Autism people are some of the smartest people I know.
That's very true.
Hey, Albert Einstein.
Yes.
He had autism.
Oh man, hey.
People probably doubted him.
That's like my son Wendell. Motor skills, like you're talking about, the shoe tying, the moving around stuff, wasn't there, but he can read. He read sooner than what I did, and he's so smart. But it's just like I said. People say, I'm sure being the parent's tough, and it is. Don't get me wrong, but there's no difference. It's just you have a child with autism or any disability, and you have a quote unquote child who doesn't have it. It's the same process, just a little bit harder, just a little bit different.
Everyone that I have ever met with autism are genius.
Yeah. Hey, Yogi, thanks for coming in here. Yeah,
appreciate it.
You take that one, Tyler. Looks like they're good hunters too by the look of this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, boy.
How'd your mom and them, huh?
Yeah, that's right. That's right, buddy.
But man, I appreciate you sharing that. I know a lot of times it's not easy, but all this stuff that we started months ago it comes down to this: having these conversations. Man, we love getting outside. We love catching that big fish, the deer. But at the end of the day, man, if we can make people's life better, and me and you can have this conversation, and one person watching, sooner or later is like, man, I really would feel better if I talked about it to somebody, or maybe there's a parent on there who's looking for those early signs. Yep. So that's what it's all about. It means so much. So. Yep. But hey, man, let's get into it, man.
Everybody. We just getting started.
Yeah, we're just getting started.
We can talk all day. We can talk all night, man. I love it.
All right. So, like I said, host of Hunter Ridge Outdoors, Forsyth County native. All right. So, how did you get into hunting, fishing, all things outdoors?
So, my daddy basically is a hunter. He's the one, like I said, I would see his deer mounts on the wall. He's the one that got me started into it. He had all the Realtree DVDs and VHSs. Of course, I started watching them. I was getting into it.
Tyler, you gonna have a Realtree sponsorship by the time this is over, man.
Whew, that would be a dream come true. It literally
I would love that for you, man.
I've always loved that. I've always dreamed of being a host of a DVD show or something like that. Man, I'd love to be with Realtree. So that would be a dream. But it's not like, honestly, it's not like I've been like, man, all I want to do is be Realtree. You just let it let it go and let time go on. And you just shoot for it. I'm not giving up on that.
That's right.
You know what I mean? You just do what you do. Like I said, I'm all about Realtree.
Hey, Landon.
So, like I said, all about Realtree. That's why I got this on.
Me too, man.
Now,
Look here. Realtree.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
I wouldn't even buy the other brand because I wanted it all to match. And
Yeah.
I don't have my Realtree on now, but yeah, I'm a Realtree rocker too, man.
There you go, baby. I love it. So, my dad's into hunting. He got me into it. Saw all his deer mounts on the wall. And honestly, I'm thinking about making like a special trailer or maybe a documentary or something. Basically, he taught me ever since I was one. He was like, well, I remember he'd sit me on the lap and I was just a little baby. He'd say, Tyler, where's the deer? My eyes would go straight to it.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. And he'd hold me, he'd pick me up to it, and I would touch it. That was basically the first, bam, interaction of it. But what I remember was 5 years old, starting to watch Realtree, knowing all the deer my dad's got on the wall and stuff like that. And then as time went on, I started to go track deer. And I would start going helping with it. I would be around the deer he's killed. And then I started going tracking them with him. And there's videos on my channel of me tracking my first 2 deer with him. So y'all go check that out. It's on my like my throwback flashback series of videos. And then after that, started going hunting with him. You know, slow, year by year as I got older, you know. And then Dad put out an old VHS tape.
That's right. I was going to say, he's probably watched it like I was, a VHS one.
Actually, it's nothing to do with Realtree, what's coming up.
Oh.
It was actually a video my pawpaw recorded of a deer that my dad and my buddy Greg killed Thanksgiving morning, 1994. Nana's probably watching it, and she's like, yup, and Daddy woke both of us up. Pawpaw couldn't stand that, but when he got out there, it was all worth it.
Yeah.
And like I said, I love those old memories where you just take a camera, and he filmed it all, and I was like, who is that guy with Dad? And they got the video, and they went up to Greg's daddy's place. They skinned it. They didn't take it to no butcher. They gutted it, skinned it, all that. Here comes family members, hunting, friends. I'm like, I love it. So after all that, I remember going to go meet Greg for the first time. I'd never known that he and I would have such a bond together. And when he passed, man, that was tough. That was tough.
Sure, man. It's like uncle to you, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, he told me all the time. He said, you're like a son to me.
That's all.
He never had a son. He has a daughter, Tiffany, and that's it. And Grand Corgi's basically like she's got dogs and stuff, and he loved those things to death. But no, they're oh Lord, like I said, me and my cousins, he loved all of us like we were his own.
Yeah.
And I loved him to death. If there's anything I could do to have him back, I would, man. And my pawpaw too. Yeah. My pawpaw passed away. That was hard. Like I said, I thought about it. I was like, you know what? I bet you I can see him now looking at everything we're doing. He can probably see me and you talking right now. He's like, I never thought that boy would be able to do that. You know, I can see him now. Way to go, T! He called me T-Man. He called me T-Rex, all that stuff.
Hey, just so you know, somebody's asking where they can find your channel and your Facebook. Somebody just said, what's your channel? Yes,
YouTube and Facebook. So on YouTube, it is Hunter Ridge Outdoors. Hunter Ridge Outdoors. On my Facebook, it's the same. It's a picture of me and this buck right here. That's right. Boy. And we'll get more about the season here in a little bit. But and it's on Facebook as well. It's got about 40-some followers. Not much. I just started about a month ago.
We're going to change that.
Yes. 3 thumbs up. There we go. Hey, let's get it to 100.
Hey, we can do it.
So, absolutely, buddy. And so that stuff. So, but all I'm saying, and then all to me and Greg getting close together. My dad started taking me hunting with him and watching him go after some deer. And then 10 years old. Yeah. First deer ever, baby.
That's
my first hunt of me carrying the weapon.
Oh, shoot.
It was my buddy Greg's crossbow I killed it with.
Heck yeah, man.
And the funny thing was I missed a deer 30 minutes earlier. And then finally, the one I shot, I killed her. I hit her. She took off, ran to the feeder of the leg of the feeder. She fell down. She got back up. Dad said, "You smoked her." Oh God, I was crying. Oh man, and Greg came along and we found that deer and it was amazing. And then since on then, I was getting on the hunting. I was still very young and then wanting to kill, I guess, a brown is down type moment. And then 2018, I was ready. Dad was getting big bucks on camera behind his house. I was like, I'm ready. And he was like, all right, you want to hunt a mature buck? He's like, you up for the challenge, buddy? And then here we are.
Heck yeah, man.
We was on.
That's great. Like I said, so the first time you go out hunting, you get one. First time out, right? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, of me carrying the weapon.
Yeah.
First time me hunting, carrying the weapon.
I'm the same way. I went with my dad, sitting stands, but the
Yeah,
first time
yeah.
me actually,
Yep.
That's cool, man.
Absolutely.
That's an awesome story. But hey, look where it got you. Boom, right here.
Biggest buck of my life, most likely. Once we get these 2 points, cheat a little bit, you will. We'll get it.
Hey, man. Hey.
Well, you know what? I mean, literally, he looks a whole lot bigger on camera. But
That's a nice deer.
That's definitely, that deer's probably going to hit 120 inches. Because my biggest buck is just, if he's 120 on the dot, my biggest buck, or my buck before this, is 114. So 6 inches short.
I think
he's
got
tall.
that. No problem. I
Let's
think you
see.
got that.
Remember you first like it was yesterday. Oh, remember it first like it was awesome.
Yeah, that's right, Landon.
And time flies by.
Landon and his wife's going to be a guest Thursday.
There you go.
So we're all going to network, man. We're all
Awesome.
going to support each other, man.
There you go, buddy.
They have a show, too, man. And Landon got a great deer. I'm sure he'll talk about that. But, yes, your first deer, no matter, hey, man, there's always going to be somebody. You know what I'm saying? Your first deer, you never forget. That's
Absolutely.
it, doe,
Yes.
but whatever it may be.
The first one of anything you're going to never forget. And then come down to a few deer later, my first buck.
Yeah.
And then down here to my biggest buck ever. Just amazing.
Yeah, man, that's truly awesome. So I guess this may be, what's your most memorable hunting moment?
Like I said, it was like I said. There's several of them that, like I said, match it up. And of course, the first one, that was one I never forget. We tracked that thing for 2 hours until we found it. That one, and of course, your first buck was quite memorable. And then my first nice buck, actually, one that was scored over 100 inches. I call that like a nice buck. He was mature, all right.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
And that one was special. And I mean, like I said, but if you can name one, that is tough. I'd say it's a tie between the first one and then another very special one was the buck I killed before this one. I was hunting him. I was after him all year. And then I finally got him after hunting him for 5 days. 5 days. Then finally he gave me the chance to kill him in a hard thicket because one of those hunts, he was in front of the limb. And I said, man, stopped him when I shot. The arrow hit the limb and he was gone. And then the next time, he was about less than 20 yards from me, and all I needed was 2 more steps, and I couldn't hold that bow any longer, and he was gone. And then the next day, killed him.
Heck yeah, it ended good. Landon's giving you a shout out. Says, super nice buck, man. Congrats.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that, man. Thank the Lord.
Yeah, man. So back to hunting season. Do you have any goals for 2024? You got a certain buck you got your eye on, or?
You know, I did get this permission about a year ago, actually. Me, my dad, and my cousins, and Jonathan are hunting. You wouldn't believe this. He's got some huge bucks in the area, but they all just vanished right around October. And only one basically made it, as far as I know. Or one was right there close to the end of deer season. And I'm hoping those deer come back. I mean, I'm talking nice ones, around 130, 140-inch glass bucks.
That's serious.
So they're really nice. But hopefully they show up. If not, I'm just waiting for any nice big buck bigger than this one right here to come on out and give me the chance.
That's a good one.
And there is one. There's a particular one I showed you, actually, steer. I would love to get a shot at that buck behind my grandpa's old house.
You got a new follower. Hey, keep interrupting, but we
There you go. Hey,
follow on your page,
no
man.
problem at all, buddy. Absolutely.
It starts with one step.
Nice
There you
buck.
go.
Congrats. Thank you, buddy.
Steve Lee. Steve is from Oak Ridge. He's a good friend of mine. I worked with him for years.
There you go.
He's into dog hunting a lot. You ever been shot any quails and stuff like that?
No, but I'd love to, man.
Okay. Well, hey, man.
We can make a deal. We'll go, buddy.
He's got some great dogs. He's a great fisherman. He's a good outdoorsman. You'll see.
You know what?
Hang around me much. You'll see him before it's over.
Deer hunting's always going to be my number one favorite thing, but that doesn't mean I don't want to do any other type of hunting. like I said, I was in the squirrel hunting tournament the other day. I'm turkey hunting.
Yeah.
Hey, man, if we can get hooked up, Lord willing, we can try to go because I've actually been trying to go do some. I like to do some duck hunting or anything like that.
Yeah.
Any other thing different, I'm willing to try and get an experience in.
That's the good thing, man. You do it when you're young. I got into duck hunting when I was a little bit older. I just had this kind of mentality of just catfishing, bad fishing,
Yes,
and
love fishing
deer
too.
hunting. But then when I got older, I was like, man, you know, there's other stuff I can do.
Yeah,
So
boy.
I love, man. My dad brought me and my brother up on deer. So
This guy saying he's saying my.
Okay, you got Craig Weston. My first deer I shot 3 times with triple all buckshot. Every time he acted like he was getting up, I hit him again.
There you
So
go,
that's what
boy.
I said. You get these first time stories, man.
Yes.
And no matter what we shoot, man, back to the squirrel tournament. I know these people can't see. There's a kid there named Noah. I'm coming home from work, from Greensboro, coming down 65. I see a truck with antlers hanging out.
Uh-oh.
You know me, good old boy, right?
Yeah, boy.
We stop at the stop sign of the railroad track. I get out, and the guy's like, what is this fool doing? I said, hey, man, do you mind if I look at that deer? Monster deer, man. And come to find out, the kid, he's like, he rolls the window down. He said, this kid killed it. It was his grandson.
Yeah.
So
I love
Noah killed that deer, man. I don't know what it scored. I'd say it's probably 140 class deer.
Wow.
Yeah, man, it was his first deer ever.
Whoa.
So, shout out to Noah.
Dang.
So back
That's
to,
awesome.
Yeah, so I seen him the other day, and I said, "Man, this is." I said, "I'm seeing you this time. We planned on it. The other time, I was like, who is this crazy guy getting out of the truck at Ingles?" They're out there, but they're hiding from y'all. Laugh out loud. That's right, Ashley. Like I said, I'd stand up sometimes to check my comments, but yeah, man, I think
Actually, sorry to interrupt, but
No,
January
you're good.
1st, I was like, Dad, I said, since we had an amazing deer season, I was like, let's just go do something different on the last day of deer season. We decided to go, and this is my first experience. My dad done it, but it's been years since he done it. We went up to Castle County and after a friend, and we did the dog driving.
that's fun.
Like I said, me and my dad neither did kill anything, but it was. Oh, I loved it. I said I will do it again.
Yeah, I went, the last time I went to Caswell County, I was probably about 20 years old. Man, my dad took me, and man, it was a lot of people we went that time. But that's the last time. I'm trying to get hooked up with some people maybe next year to go down there. Even if I don't even get to go carry a gun with them, I just want to go down there and see it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I
hear
want
the
to hear the
woo.
dogs working.
Pow, pow, pow.
Rabbit hunting. You ever been rabbit hunting?
No, that'd
Super.
be such a cool dude.
Super fun. The guy Steve is just on here. That's actually who I got my beagle from. Huck.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
There you
so
go.
he had a whole pack of beagles. I think he broke his leg a while back. He had to get rid of them. But, man, that's a lot of fun. It's good exercise, too. Like me, I need to do some walking. But
Me
the
too.
rabbit hunting,
Me too.
the squirrel hunting, I walked a long ways the other day, man. But the rabbit hunting, man, I love hearing those dogs work. And it's one of those deals, man. I'd love to just go and just kind of see it. Yeah, of course, you
boy.
want to shoot the deer, but I just like to be the guy in the background
Oh, yeah.
watching them work. But like I said, they got that technology now, man. They can sit there and, oh, here comes the deer, here comes the dog. You know?
Yeah, it's like, get ready.
All right, we got some. They love the cool, crisp, rainy weather. Took out of the other day my car. Oh man, yeah, the deer and turkey love nasty, crappy weather. I know that. First deer had to drag him out of the icy cold Dan River.
Oh, no.
Woo! Well,
Ouch.
you didn't have to worry about the meat getting too high, right?
Right, yeah. But hey, yeah, the meat be good, all right, for sure.
That's a cool story, Yogi. Man, them things have a will to live. And if there's water around, we live near the river here, they're going to go toward that water. If they're injured,
Yep.
9 times
You know
out
where
of
to
10,
go to. That's
they're going to go to the water.
Absolutely.
Carson, nice to have you in here. Appreciate everybody joining in. For those of you just joined in, we got Tyler Redmond. He's the host of Hunter Ridge Outdoors. He has his own YouTube, his own podcast, his own Facebook. Look him up. He's had some big name interviews, the latest one being T-Bone from the Bone Collector. So he's doing big things. He's got a great attitude. We're just sitting here going back and forth telling hunting stories.
That's right.
We got on first-time hunts. I shot my first deer, and it was a good-sized doe. Had a couple smaller deer with her, but it was one of those things, man. You're 10, 11 years old, your blood's
Oh,
pumping.
you definitely. Oh, absolutely.
Oh man,
Taking
you know,
it,
and
absolutely.
I think it takes you. I think it takes you a long time. It did me to get out of that mentality, like shoot whatever I see first.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
Then you get
Round
older,
down.
you understand, and especially with the invention of trail cameras, you kind of see like, if I don't take this one, there's this one, 100 yards up here. So, yeah, man, it's like I said, you never forget your first one, and you never forget the cool stories that go along with them. Like I said, I'm sure you got a story on this one, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So, this deer, I mean, like I said, at Grandpa's old house, I was like, I I noticed this deer and I was like, I'm pretty sure it's bigger than anything I killed. Like I said, he's a velvet. So basically, I mean, I saw him, I noticed him ever since the brown tines came in. He started growing the points. And here's another unique story about it. I believe this deer has an offspring to a deer that we had on camera 3 years before. He was a big, wide 10-pointer, and the bladed brows, he had that too.
Man.
And he was wide, so I guarantee you this is a offspring of that buck.
I bet it is.
And that 10-pointer was actually killed by another guy. You know how we found out? He's a taxidermy.
Oh, so you took him to the taxidermy?
No,
You've seen it in there.
I took my buck, my 8-pointer I killed, and I saw the 10-pointer over there, and I said, Dad, no wonder he ain't seen that thing. He's right here. And we're friends with that guy on Facebook that killed him, actually, because we called him and congratulated him, and
that's awesome.
That was a nice buck.
Back in the day, the only way we could find out if our target buck got killed around here, we go to Betty's. Betty's Outdoors.
Yep.
There's a bragging board.
That's right.
And you go up there and get your pack of knives, something like, oh, that's why I ain't
Our
seen
deer's
that deer. He gone.
So, but like I said, I saw this buck. He was actually, his core area in the summertime was behind my grandpa's old house. One time he only showed up behind my house, and that's just 2 miles.
Man.
And but this buck was hanging around there. Finally showed up again around September. Fell it off, and I was like, dang, that's a nice buck. Me and my dad both wanted him. And then he hung there for around until October. And then he kind of just vanished. And then November he came back, and then that was gone. And like I said, he had about a 3.5-inch G3, and then a 5-inch the rest of the main beam. So Mark will fix that up.
Oh yeah.
Where I'm sending pictures of what the buck looked like and stuff, so he can get that fixed out. And then he lost a lot of weight. So with that being in mind, I was like, man, he done got his butt kicked. And basically wanting to survive, because I didn't know at the time, but he come in there. Well, the day I shot him, I saw him coming in there, and I was like, oh, he's limping. He was limping. His foot was swollen and hoofs, and I'm like, But I was so pumped to get him. He was huge. I was like, I hope that doesn't make him look smaller on the mount, but I was like, he is a big deer, though.
Yes. Very nice deer, man.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
I know we talk about hunting a whole lot, so outside of hunting and being outdoors, what's your interest? What's some other things you're into besides that?
Well, you've heard us. I'm talking about. I love racing. Love NASCAR. It's another hobby. I love raising chickens.
Okay.
Yes, I know y'all got some, and like I said, I love chickens. I have about over 40 of them.
Oh wow, you do have some chickens.
Yeah, definitely.
So we got about 8 here. So when you pulled up in the driveway, you're like, oh, they got some chickens. My son, he loves chickens, man. He's awesome. So I said, hey, Tyler's your guy. He can tell you all about what you need to do to him. Yep.
I love me some chickens. And don't get me wrong, I still love to eat Chick-fil-A and McDonald's chicken nuggets. Let's go.
Speaking my language, man.
But I couldn't kill one personally myself and eat one.
Yeah, I totally get it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. We got down to, like I was telling you earlier, I think we got down to 2 eggs, then 1 egg a day, and now there's 0 right now. So maybe I'm trying to get them back.
It should be soon, because I think actually, like I said, just around Christmas time, I was getting less than 6 a day pretty much. And then now, I'm overstocking. It's a lot.
That's good.
I mean, literally, it's all of a sudden, bam, here's eggs. There's a treasure.
I know we were giving them away last year. We had so many, but you got 40. Man, they're pumping them out, I bet.
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, I'm not getting around 40 eggs. Like I said, I have 7 roosters and the rest hens.
I got you.
But, like I said, it's over 40 total of chickens. So, let's see. Who's your driver in NASCAR? Right now, it's Chase Briscoe, who drives the 14 car. But to say my real guy, it was Tony Stewart until he retired.
That's another thing we got in common, man.
You know, like I said, and I'm still like a fan of Tony Stewart. I just like to see him. He's in a drag racing now. I mean, literally, Tony is a man that he's not the all-time #1 NASCAR driver in the world. He's one of the best, though. Don't get me wrong. 3-time NASCAR champion in dirt racing. That's what he loves more than anything. He's in a drag racing now because of his wife.
That's right.
And, he said they're trying to start a family, so that's why he's getting into it full time. But he can, if you put him in anything, he will kick your butt. He will win. So, like I said, and then I'm getting into other different types of racing, not just NASCAR, But like I said, going with Jonathan to the races, watching modified, late models, those U cars, bootlegger races.
Oh yeah, man.
It'd be nice to go watch Not sure if you talked about it yet. If you haven't yet, tell them about the shot you made on that turkey.
Oh, we ain't made the turkeys yet, but that's
yes,
a good thing.
that's where we're getting into actually my deer and turkey season then. So, but going back to NASCAR and chicken stuff, that's outside of hunting. So, like I said, it's just I have so many passions, and then I do like to edit videos and stuff like that.
Because when I see, like I woke up Sunday morning and boom, I told my Melissa, I said, my man done hooked it up like already. So that's something maybe you can help me with.
Oh, the squirrel thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
I have no experience with YouTube, man. I get on here with my Facebook, my little phone, and do my little things,
and
my little reels, but that's about as far as I can take it. So that may be something you can help me with. But man, I seen you hook that thing up and everything was sticks together. You had music going on. So hey, Tom, I hope you're doing good. Tom actually owns a property that we hunt. So he is a great guy. Awesome. Newman just, I ain't getting into that. Good.
Oh my God.
He said, Newman.
Oh my God, what have I done?
Yeah. Maybe we just, hey, you know what? You're good at editing. Just edit that out. He'll never see it.
Oh my God.
He'll never see it.
What's up, Ryan Newman?
He said he thought y'all were buds.
Hey, yeah, we are, Newman. Come on now. Absolutely. Hey, Newman, right now I love you more than I do Tony. Absolutely. And like I said, Newman, actually we were just talking, get to go to your place, man. Hopefully we get to. So, but like I said, Ryan Newman, like I said, well, basically, if you don't know this, Ryan, the man, almost got killed in a race car wreck. 2020. I mean, I've always liked Newman. I've always loved Newman when I was rooting for Tony Stewart at the time. But after Tony left, I was really wanting you to win a race after your accident. I was wanting to make a comeback. And, but man, when Jonathan got me the phone and told me to, go play Top Golf, I was on cloud nine, man. And Ryan, like I said, buddy, me and you are buddies. And I'm looking forward to some stuff with you, buddy. And like I said, and please don't be upset about that. And hey, I do have race cars of you, buddy. I got diecasts of you, man. So there's a hint for you, buddy.
So Landon says turkeys. Now you're talking. Or you a turkey man? Landon loves turkey.
Like I said, deer hunting will always be my number one favorite thing. But I'm excited for turkey season. I really am. So, Jonathan came up to me at church and he was like, man, he said, I got some places we can go turkey hunting. He was like, you want to go? And I was like, heck yeah, let's go. So, second time both of us went. He really felt good about going to this particular spot. And he even said on the video, he was like, man, I feel good about this spot. We got in there. We didn't even call. We just sat there by a big tree where he sat before that.
Against the tree.
Yeah, big old tree. And crows got fired up that morning. And when they got fired up, turkeys fired up.
Oh, yeah.
We was thinking it was a tom, but it was actually two jakes. Two of them. So, by the way they're gobbling. And so, long story short, 45 minutes of dead silence. All of a sudden, Jonathan picked up that Sunrise custom call that my buddy Scooter makes. Hopefully he's watching. You better be, boy. And Jonathan picked up the call. And all of a sudden, from silence to all of a sudden, they were right behind us. And we both turned around. And Jonathan was like, oh my gosh. So I was like, oh man, we're on them now.
Okay.
Well, they were on the roost when we first heard them. And then they flew down and circled around us into the field. And they come in behind us. And Jonathan grabbed the camera and I was like, oh Lord, he sees them. He's like, don't move, don't move, don't move, don't move, don't move, don't move. Yeah. And he's got them on camera, but it was two jakes. And I was like, oh man, at the time. So I was trying to debate whether to shoot or not. And while I got a clear opportunity, he's got them on camera right there, video. And he was like, you can shoot it right now. And I was like, and finally I was like, they're putting on a show. I've got to take it. First turkey ever.
Absolutely.
So then finally they go down a ditch. And I'm like, oh no, I can't see them. So Jonathan tries to call them up. They're slowly but sure they're making their way back up. One stays down there. The bigger one, the one I'm wanting to get, comes back up. And he's like now 40 yards to my left, and he's about to walk over in the field again. So he starts calling again, gets them fired up again. He starts scratching the ground, gets him fired up. That turkey slowly makes his way back on my left side. And I just didn't feel comfortable about the limbs or anything like that. And I said, there's too many limbs in the way, dude. He said, shoot him if you can. I was like, there's too many limbs. He said, I don't care about the limbs. Just don't shoot a tree. 44 yards. Boom. With a 410.
44 yards,
he went
man.
down. And Jonathan said, great shot, man. So he gets up. I go, and I step on his head, and I'm like, whoa!
Yeah.
And he's like, boy, don't get no better than that. And all of a sudden, there goes the turkey down the hill, and he starts laughing. And I said, get back here. And Jonathan said, there goes Tyler chasing his turkey. And I got that shell, and I got that picture from Betty's on the mount, actually.
Oh, man,
I just sent you a picture. I got it laying on the between both spurs of him, actually.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
And I labeled on the bullet, Tyler Edmond, Tyler's first turkey, January, April 22nd, 2023, 44 yards.
Heck yeah, man.
And now, son, I'll never forget.
That's stretching it out there, man.
Jonathan, I know Jonathan was dying for me to tell that story, but yeah, Jonathan, I'm telling you, 44 yards. He said this gun, he told me that gun was dialed in. I was like, yeah, you're right. It's dialed in, all right.
That thing is, Hunter was too that day, looked like.
Oh, yeah. Both of us were. Jonathan was shaking afterwards.
Oh, dude, there's nothing like it, man.
He was pumped. And can't wait to go out there old long beer this year.
Oh, man, you'll get it. You'll get it, man. Once you get that first one, confidence is up.
And definitely an experience, too. I got me a bone collector crow call now. So if I need to locate one, I can try to. I've realized they will get fired up when the crow goes off.
Yes, they will.
Because they're much louder than owls, and an owl will do it too. There's a particular place where I'm not going to even. I can do owl call in my mouth like whoo, like that. Long story short, I can go there where I know there's owls.
Yeah.
And I'll just do a crow call because that particular place, I'm like, you know what? I don't even have to do an owl call. I just go over there and try that crow call if the owl's going to get them fired up. So
that crow, man, they just.
And you know what? I'll tell you one advice that Joe Drake gave me. I got advice from all three of them. Joe Drake said, "You learn the more you go out there on your own. That's when you learn." That's exactly right. And like I said, I can't wait to do it on my own turkey hunting this year. I'm excited.
I've spooked and lost more turkeys on my own. You know what I mean? I've come home empty-handed more times than I've come home with something. Because, when I first started going, I was naive about how good they could see. Landon Belcher is telling you that Scooter is the man with the Sunrise Custom Calls.
He's good, absolutely.
Gray Ball's watching. Hey, Gray. He's a great coyote hunter. He smokes coyotes. Walter Hendren, good to see you, buddy. Walter's in here every week. Big supporter of what we got going on here. Hope you're doing good. Walter, you are right there in that picture, buddy. Appreciate you coming to the Squirrel Tournament. Ready for another Squirrel hunt?
There you go, man. They mean Jonathan will try to go out again, actually, before season is maybe. So
us too, man.
We'll wait and see how that works out.
We got to get redemption, man. We got.
Me and you got to catch up.
We got one between both of us. Everybody else coming in with a bag full.
I got one more to tie you up.
But man, them turkeys are, man, that is a challenging animal to hunt. If they can smell, I don't know if you can get near them. Man,
What's that?
If they can smell you, I don't know if you can get near them because they can see them here.
But then we got to get on my deer season, though. Oh, my gosh.
Yes.
So I almost tagged out for you guys didn't know. I was blessed to kill 5 of them. And like I said, I need a full-time job. Actually, I'm employed up here at Farmer's Feed and Seed in Kernersville.
Okay, yeah.
Right there, almost across from Walgreens. Beside a little local knife shop there, actually. And being part-time, they don't really need me. They don't need me at all right now. But I'm hoping to go full-time this year. So I was going to take as much advantage as I can before trying to go full-time the following year. And so I killed 3 does and 2 bucks. And actually the season didn't start off that well. I was getting close, but not close enough. And then one time I shot a doe, couldn't find it. And then just finally 3 days later, I was able to kill one with a bow. And then, but like I said, not only just killing deer, but I couldn't believe the vocalizations and the deer action I saw. Oh my gosh, my boss lets me hunt his area. And luckily, I felt like I was in Kansas. I swear. Man. I had one buck come out. I've seen bucks grunting over there. I had one come out there snort wheeze at me 7 times.
That's exciting.
That's rare. You don't ever see. I've never seen a buck snort wheeze on YouTube or video that much.
Yeah, and then 7 times. Man, that is.
Well, you know what fired him up? I grunted at him, and then he snort wheezed, and when I snort wheezed back at him, it was on.
He did not like that. Huh?
Oh, gosh, he hated that. He couldn't stand that. And then I had one doe come out grunting at other phones that were not hers, shooing them off. And that was just a honey hole right there. And then later on that evening, I was able to take a decent 2.5-year-old 7-pointer, right at last light, though, I was getting ready to climb down, and I heard him coming. I was like, oh, my gosh. My heart was racing. So I was like, you got to shoot him. But I should have not done it, really, because there's that last light. I think I smoked it in the ham. Went and go retrieve it the next day. Then the coyotes and buzzards got into it, but got the rat hopefully coming back home on a European mount this week or next week. Man. So
Walter is saying, I am ready for fishing season at Bugs Island. You ever been fishing at Bugs?
No, I haven't.
I have not. I've rode over several times at work, but I've not been fishing there. Walter, is the fishing there pretty good? I hear it's really good. If it is, what kind of fish you catch? Clint, appreciate you coming in, buddy. We got Tyler Redmond here, host of Hunter Ridge Outdoors. Got his own channel. Y'all hook him up. Y'all go follow him.
There you go.
Hey, keep interrupting him. I'm just trying to.
There you go. Absolutely. Yeah, you got to keep doing that, man. Absolutely. You got to keep it on.
So you got a European mount coming back with that one.
Yes, both my dad's bucks are European mounts, actually. He took 2 nice 8-pointers this year.
Nice.
And so I'm going to go get both of those as well. And then after that, big boy going to be on the shoulder mount.
Oh, yeah.
So can't wait.
What's the ETA for that? Did he tell you when he thinks it may be?
Somewhere in springtime. Surely before May. Probably around, like I said, maybe April, late March, maybe.
Man, I'm excited to see
I'm excited to see. Sometimes I look at him, I was like, he don't look that big compared to my other deer. When I put him up against the other deer, I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
But I can't wait to see how good he does on this part right here. But I cannot wait to get this deer back. I'm pumped.
I'm excited too. I'm going to see it for you, man.
Oh, yeah. You'll be one of the first ones to send a picture to.
Heck yeah, man. I'm pumped up.
Oh, yeah. And then my 2 cousins got nice bucks going to be on the shoulder mount as well. And can't wait to see those as well. And Jonathan. Jonathan killed a huge buck.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see that.
Y'all use Mark, right? Mark Orr?
Yes.
All right, well, man, y'all, it sounds like
Best
y'all, I need a calculator. How many deer did y'all bring, Mark?
I keep telling her, I said, man, we're just keeping his hands full, just our deer.
Crappie, stripers, bass, whatever you want to fish for. Awesome.
Let's get hooked up, buddy.
Flathead, let's see. Walter said flatheads, crappie, bass, blue catfish. So that sounds like Bugs Island is the place to go if you want to go fishing. We got a fishing tournament coming up, probably April, May. We ain't got no details ironed out with that, but
okay.
We're gonna try. We got something going on with that. Like
there you go.
All you fishermen, man, you be staying tuned for that.
There you go.
Got to get us back to our screen here. All right. So yeah, man, it sounds like, man, y'all just brought a whole bus full of deer to Mark, man.
I tell you, when I said I killed with him, I was saying, oh my gosh. Well, you know what? I think, and y'all agree with this too. Here in North Carolina, for everybody in the state, this was probably the best year that North Carolina's ever had. And I mean, seriously, Mark said there have been a lot of big bucks killed. And I'll tell you why. A lack of acorns. That's why.
Agree.
The corn was the best. And I tell you.
100% agree.
And you know what? And I mean, I saw so many bucks, and I know y'all did too. So many huge bucks were killed in Guilford County. And I mean, like, not just there, but everywhere up here too, I'm sure. But I think personally that's one reason why. But I kid with Mark, I said, we're just giving him a handful with just our deer.
I'll tell you, I 1,000% agree with you, because in years past, it's been, like I said, I'm not saying it's easy by no means, but I feel like those big bucks got on their feet and were looking for some food in these corn piles. Absolutely. As opposed to other years, they kind of be a lot more elusive. They're in the woods. They got acorns. They probably got a doe in there with them. So
who knows? It may be different this year.
Yeah, this year you could have a big
keep hunting them.
That's right, man. Don't give up.
Hunt those acorn trees.
Yep. But so that was all right. So how many? Let's see. Is that your third? Let's see. You got 5 deer this year, right? You were 1 away from tagging out.
Yes.
Yeah.
I killed that first doe. I killed that doe around September 28th, and I shot her. Like I said, got all of them on film except for that 7-pointer, because it was that last light. My camera was acting stupid.
Yeah.
And so it went to low battery and it was acting up.
The deer on the yellow brick road with no acorns. Yes, that's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Jonathan agrees with
you. You nailed it, buddy. Hey, and folks, stay tuned. Jonathan's got great footage of the deer he killed.
I'm excited to see that.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be on his YouTube channel. Go check it out. Jonathan Brown.
That's right, man.
And so anyways, yeah, I mean, so and like I said, then I killed that 7-pointer and recovered him the next day. And then it was like, that's it with bow season. Let's wait until muzzleloader season, because I had 2 places in Guilford County, so I was like, I can just muzzleloader hunt there. And that's when the rut was kicking in. I mean, literally, it was kicking in when it was so blazing hot.
Oh, yeah.
That really hit me. It's like, no matter how hot, if you want to find them girls, you better get you something. Go out there for those bucks. So, So, and then like I said, all the action was unbelievable. And my dad kept telling me, like I said, I would get discouraged sometimes, like, why they won't kill that big buck? Because, I mean, I was seeing nice deer, but nothing bigger. Now, if I hadn't killed that 7.9, I would have second thought about it and try to kill one of those suckers. Yeah. Even though they weren't bigger than anything I killed, I was like, that'd be great for me, Europe him out. But with one tag left, I wanted to wait for something bigger than I killed, and it was worth it.
Yes.
But the action, though, oh my gosh. And then so much action, though, during the rut. And then lo and behold, November 17th, I killed this buck. He come in. Wasn't seeing much that afternoon. I only saw 1 or 2 deer, actually. No, I know. I had one. I saw 2 of them. They never did come to the corn. They were on the left side, and it was so thick back in there. Deer love pine trees. That's where I was hunting.
100% agree.
And then way further on down is acorn trees, but right there is pine trees. That buck I shot come from the right, going uphill, and he was limping. I got binoculars, and I thought it was a small buck at first. No, first glimpse, I thought, that's a big buck. And I look, and I'm like, I didn't see anything, movement for a while, and I was like, and I finally saw him, and I was like, I thought for one part, and I think it was this rat, made him look like a small buck. And then I saw him, and I was like, oh, God, that's him. That's him. So, and then I get the camera ready, and I'm like, here comes a big buck. Well, since where he's coming, I'm like, oh, my gosh, he's going to come right here. He was going to come to the corn, it looked like, but he was much closer to me. He was between me and the corn. So I was like, I need to get the camera right here because he's going to come right here and I can get a shot. 12 yards. 12 yards with the muzzleloader, and it's the last day of muzzleloader season in Forsyth County. And I just said, I would love to let this thing shoot. Sure enough, he comes right there. And I was afraid. It rained a little bit. I was afraid it wasn't going to fire. But sure enough, and he got right there, broadside. I pulled that gun up. I didn't care. I knew I was on him.
Oh, yeah.
The strap leaned against the bar there, and he heard it. He picked his head up, looked the other way.
It's too late.
Looked straight out. I don't think he didn't even go 60 yards. I didn't see him, but I didn't hear him for a while. I was like, did I get him? And all of a sudden, I heard him crash. And the cool part was he died in a particular spot that I've always, listen, I'm going to Tennessee and Rock Island and fish 8 more weeks. Hey, good luck, buddy. Absolutely.
Let's see. Big bucks eating the dog food on the porch up here in the ridge. I think Yogi lives
There's one way to kill him.
Sandy Ridge, man.
Oh, man, there you go.
Hey, we need to start buying dog food, sounds like.
Oh, evidently. That's you never know we can invent out of that with deer hunting.
So I watch some of these hunting shows, and they can only get so many deer a year. Is that how it's in North Carolina, too? She's asking about the limit. So you can break it down for us.
Oh, yes. So, here in North Carolina, like I said, you can kill 6 deer. It's 2 antler deer, 4 antlerless deer. But if you look at it the real way, it's 4 does, 2 bucks. Like I said, each state has it different. South Carolina, and it's based on the population too. I look at Wade, the guy that's going to be on a podcast, probably Mo Lorwell this week. He said, I had noticed, he said on Dog Drive, he said, that's just one tag. I got 13 more.
Man.
So the population, obviously, in South Carolina is a whole lot more. And I noticed they kill a whole lot more bucks per year. And it's based on population. I think it's the same. I think there's a small difference between North Carolina and Georgia. They're about the same.
Yeah.
But South Carolina is a whole lot different. And I guess, I don't know if it's all their counties or most of them or whatever. They say that they have those either sex days. They have antlered bucks only, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's the same way here in North Carolina, but only in just a few counties. But here in our area, within 2-hour range, you don't have to worry about that. It's just shoot them whenever,
Yep.
So that's basically how it is. So
going back to, you almost tagging out, and you're telling the stories about, grunting and the deer's making noise. And that's what we try to tell people.
Gosh.
It's not always about going out there and blasting one every single time.
Right.
It's about the process.
Oh, yeah. I never imagined seeing that. I had, in fact, I had one huge doe. Might have been the one I killed, actually. I had one doe come behind me, and she was panting like a dog. You could hear her. And literally panting. She come busting through underneath me, jumped into the thickest brush I ever seen. Sure enough, here comes a little buck out. And there's another buck at the corn. Ears laid back, eyes looked up, skin brown. He's mad.
Yeah.
So he comes on, and I got a little, just a barely tingling fighting action on camera. I was like, we're fixing to have a fight. So, but I saw that, and then And then now they don't go patrol for the rest of the year. I was like, I'm just going to try to tag out here.
Yeah.
So, and then lo and behold, I know y'all had that doe tournament this past year. I wish I entered mine in now.
Yeah, I think that the South Stokes, it was FFA, I believe, had a heavy doe contest up that way. And yeah, man, I want to say, I can't remember what won it.
I think Jonathan said 120 pounds.
Okay, I couldn't remember, man, but we had kind of had our eyes on a couple big does waiting for that week, and guess what? Didn't show up. 3 days later, here they all come.
They look at you like...
Yeah, they knew. It's like they knew or something.
I couldn't believe it, though. I had one come out. Like I said, so many deer would come out. Let's see. Tell them about the weird deer noise I witnessed this past year.
I don't know if I want to know about that. I don't know what.
Yeah, I wish he got it on camera.
Oh,
dang, damn it. Oh, that was awesome. So, yeah. Hold on, Jonathan. Be patient. I'm kidding. So, I shot and like I said, I wish we'd have waited, or we could have. There's no way at Hilltop you couldn't have. So, but Mark told Jonathan, he said, my doe I killed had to be 150 pounds. She didn't even look that big walking out. And here's the funny thing. I shot at her 3 times.
Man.
Not to kill her. The first 2 times I messed up. I missed her. The first time was 100 yards. I thought I smoked her because I saw her duck down. I was like, smoked her. And then I was like, well, I'm going to try to finish her off. So I aimed for the neck, and I realized I missed her again. I'm like, did I just miss her 2 times? So I finally, because the second time I was dumb. I didn't have it rested, so I didn't aim at the neck.
Yeah.
I did aim at the neck, and I missed her completely. And the third time, I finally shot her, and I said, got her that time. And then finally, I heard her crashing. But when I saw her, oh, my gosh, I couldn't believe how big she was. It was all I could do to pull her out of the woods.
It's a lot of meat.
She was big. She was bigger. She was a bigger body deer than this buck. Because he lost weight.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. And plus, he didn't have that much weight on him by the time Velvet shed. I mean, it was like unbelievable. That's the biggest body deer I killed. And then another special hunt, the last deer I killed that year, like I said, not a huge doe. I mean, definitely a nice one, 120 pounds. I'd kill any doe. I'd kill as many does like that any day of the week. A 120-pound doe.
Yeah, man, that's good meat.
120-pound doe come out. But here's the most special part. I took my buddy Wyatt from church hunting. I've had people take me hunting. That's the first time I got to take somebody hunting.
Oh, that's awesome. That's a good
and he got to watch me kill a doe. She dropped right there, and he was more excited than I was.
That was his first time, huh?
No, he's killed deer before.
Oh, okay.
First time of me taking somebody, but like I said, he enjoyed it.
Man, that's awesome.
He loved it. And I said, no, man, now we're going to have to get you on one.
Heck yeah.
So, what a year. It was. And then, yes, going back to Jonathan. So, y'all, I cannot wait to get the footage from Jonathan Brown about his buck he killed. Unbelievable. And the buck he called Mac. Huge buck. And, well, he's white, all right. And, so, but like I said, in that action, like I said, in Pines, deer are in there a lot. Jonathan has so much rut action on camera. Grunt and everything. He got that on camera as well.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
And I'm going to save the best for last. I know which one he's talking about, but one time, he had a real nice cow horn, probably a foot long antlers. Stay underneath him. He had deer all over him. He couldn't leave the stand.
Oh, he got
2 hours after dark, he was still in there.
I've been there.
And that deer was in there, and sure enough, he's got the phone video and he got the line saying, hey, can you get out here so I can leave? That deer's looking. That deer's looking. He's like, hello, I want to go home. Get out of here. And that deer's not leaving. And then finally, he calls somebody on FaceTime. Hey, says, hey, can you get that deer to run, deer, run? Oh, it was crazy. He was sending me pictures while he was still in the stand his camera was getting of a nice buck underneath him, but it was after dark.
Dang, man.
But the deer he's talking about, he called me. He said, have you ever heard a deer fart? He said, that deer lifted his butt up, lifted the tail up, let it fly.
Hey, I guess we all got to do it.
and you know, as we'd say, all God's creatures, all God's people fart.
That's right, man. That's right.
That's right. Come on. That's what you say, buddy. Let it out.
Walter is saying, never been hog hunting, would like someone to go with me. I've never been hog hunting either. Look at that.
Let's go. I've never been hog hunting either. Let's go.
Yeah. He's ready, man.
And you know what? And my buddy Greg has a farm up in Caswell. And he's got hog pictures up there. He's had them for a while. he told me, he said, yeah, man, he said, we'll go hog hunting. Couldn't figure out a day when, but then, unfortunately, the Lord decided to take him home.
Oh, man.
So, but yeah, man, let me know, buddy. I really want to go hog hunting. I want to kill another animal besides a deer and a turkey. Turkey, which is a bird, but I love to get something. Not only, of course, I want to eat some bacon and sausage. Come on. Good old country ham, man. I'm getting hungry, man.
Yeah, me too, man.
I'm fixing to go to the milk bar after this. But, yeah, man, like I said, if you want to go, I'll definitely go with you. But I've never killed hogs, but you got to use a powerful gun for those.
Yeah, man, I think they're pretty tough.
Like I said, I love to mount a big old sucker, too.
Man,
that'd be huge. I mean, some of those hogs don't look as big as deer, but they're much bigger than deer. Because there are some that's way shorter than the height of deer, but they're 300 pounds. Huge. But yeah, man, let me know. We'll go. I've never been hog hunting. I'd love to go.
Me neither, man. My buddy Jason, he's been to, I think it was 4 Oaks on the other side of Raleigh. That's where I delivered to down there. But I think he hadn't had much luck. I think he bought some thermals and stuff, but I think they've been evading him every time, man. It's kind of tough.
Going way back to when I was talking about Jeremy Atkins with Big and J. Big and J, I think they still have it. They have a product or two just for hogs. It's a liquid thing called Hog Hammer It. And there's another one called, it's like a hog granular mix, but I should get them in there.
I was going to say, man, that sounds like it would.
And I thought about it, I was like, well, you don't want to get hogs in there and mess up your deer season, though.
Yeah.
I mean, but here's the good thing. You kill hogs any time of the year. And I was like, man, I wish I could be able to do that more, but you can kill feral swine, coyotes. That's an open season. You can kill it whenever. There's no season like turkeys, deer, duck, all that stuff, quail. But coyotes and hogs, since they're such a danger and issue to the property, you can kill them. There's no limit.
Yeah,
kill them all.
You'll probably hear them when you leave my house here in a little bit. Every night we hear them just probably
Hogs?
pack up. No, I'm sorry, coyotes.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was like, hogs. I was like, huh.
Yeah, them coyotes, they're pretty bad over here. But,
Yeah, man.
Hey, man, we're live. We got a hot mic. Does anybody have any questions for Tyler while we're on here going back
Bring
and
them
forth?
on, buddy. Absolutely.
Bring them on.
Can't wait to go fishing this year. I got permission from a guy. He said, hey, but I don't think he's been fishing a couple years, but he said there's a bass in there that's about 8 pounds.
Oh, wow.
He said he's probably 10 now.
Man, that's even better. Nobody's been there.
And I told Mark, I said, if I catch that thing, will you mount it? He said, yeah, but he'd do replicas of it.
Oh, right. Yeah,
so I'll be like, yeah, let's do it, man. I've never had a fish mounted or anything. Only thing I've had mounted is, I have a squirrel tail as my first tail.
Yeah.
First squirrel. And then deer and, y'all got my number. Is that the guy that does the hog hunting?
That's Walter. He does a lot of fishing. I think he does, he's wanting to go hog hunting, I think. So,
okay.
Tell him he can follow you on your channel, on your Facebook. And
Yeah, Walter. I will, later on tonight or whenever I think about it, I will get in contact with you on Messenger and I'll give you my phone number, buddy. We can get a lot of stuff figured out. Depending on my, like I said, on full-time job, the spring, not sure how the fishing would work out. Maybe in the evening, but with a full-time job where I'll be working at, probably give me a day or two off per week when it starts slowing down the summer. So
yeah.
As far as hog hunting goes, we can definitely work that out for sure.
Heck yeah, man.
He said, awesome. He's ready, buddy. So, anybody got any questions?
Yeah, let us know, man. Or anything else you want to talk about, let me know.
Ryan says, how do you feel about them spring gobbies? I love it. I love it, man. I'm ready to get on them. Can't wait. I'm excited, buddy. I'm excited to... I actually bought a 12 gauge for my cousin.
Oh, man.
And I can't wait to use it, man. Like I said, like what Joe Drake said, you want to go out there, and like I said, he said there's no better way to experience hunting and learn it than on your own.
That's right.
So I can't wait to do that on my own this year. I got experience. Last year, I killed my first. Now, I've been with my dad some, actually, but that's when I was just young and just, I wasn't really into turkey hunting as much. But then at the time, and I had told Jonathan, I said, Jonathan interviewed me after my turkey hunt, had him on the stump, and I said, he ain't got enough spurs to tell, but I said, now I am hooked.
Hey, you got a man here saying, I got a gun you can borrow for hog hunting. Look at that.
Oh, man, there you go.
Craig is a good guy. His name's
What
Craig.
caliber, buddy? Let me know, man.
Yeah, Craig's a good guy.
Yes,
he
sir.
works with my other buddy, Keith, down the road. Bryson Collins, what's up, guys? Good to see you, Bryson.
Hey, buddy.
He's a good guy. He gets on here every week. He's a big supporter of what we're doing here.
Awesome.
So, yeah, man, everybody just comes in here and we go back and forth. And sometimes we'll talk, just go back and forth, ask questions, talk about what's going on. So, Craig, 450
Bushmaster.
Okay, man.
That's like a powerful, is that powerful than a 308 or 7 bag, or is that just right in there with it?
Craig, let's see, had a great time. Oh, Bryson, we did too. Bryson is, let me see if I can pick. Bryson, let me see if you're in the picture, buddy. Hold on. Man.
You might have left knowing he wasn't going to win.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
You might have left a little early. Man, I did not see you, Bryson, but you were in this group. And I know we had a good time too.
We're all winners.
We had a good turnout. I was really.
Yeah, he said I was that we had to go, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Totally understandable for sure.
Yep. There's Walter. There's the guy going back and forth. I want to see if Craig is in here. Craig may have been taking pictures with me. I did not see Craig, but yeah. Let's see. Okay, that's still Bryson. So Bryson, you turkey hunting, man? I think you told me you were into it, but I can't remember. I know you got a nice deer. I can't remember if you told me you had got you a turkey yet. Let's see.
Got a good buddy down east that loves coyote hunting, says they ain't as big down there.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry. Well, we got everybody chiming in. That's cool. Sorry for my fat fingers. Sounds like a baby crying.
oh yeah.
Oh, Craig said I was holding the cable so you can take the pictures. That's why Craig's not the picture. There was a big old cable about right there, and Craig was getting that out of the way. Thank you,
Oh,
Craig.
yeah, that's right.
Yes, I want to. I've never killed one before. Okay, so Bryson's going after his first turkey this year.
There you go, buddy.
Bryson,
Good luck, man. Go get you that long beard.
Are you a junior this year, Bryson? Is that right? Or you're a senior? I can't remember, buddy.
Oh, is he a...
High schooler?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Cool deal, buddy.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot there was a cable there, and Craig was holding the cable so I could get everybody in there. Like I said, Craig, that is an 8x20. That's the only way I can get everybody in the picture, man.
I did notice that cable was in there. And
Yeah.
then I saw him pull that thing, and you was like, thank you so much. Either way, that 14 people watching.
That's cool, man. We're going to wrap it up before too long, but if anybody's got any questions, 2 more years. I'm trying to make you older, Bryson. I'm sorry about that, buddy. That's good. You're starting young, man. I don't think I went turkey hunting till I was right at, I don't know, man, 18 probably, something like that. So you starting younger than I did. That's cool.
You can stay here and answer questions. Just keep it going.
Let's see here.
Let me know about hog hunting. We could get a group to go. Heck yeah. We'll do it.
Tyler said he's speaking his language.
Yes, sir.
Tyler done got him a gun and a hog hunt lined up almost sitting here, ain't it?
Hope so. I never been. I'd love to go. That's something else to check off the hunting to go list, you know?
Yeah, man. You ever done any trapping? I personally have never done any trapping. I hear people say there's a buddy on here, Will Allen. He does a lot of it.
Oh, yeah.
Check him out on Facebook.
Cody Mitchell's watching. Bacon, bacon, bacon. Yeah, boy. Honestly, I'm not into trapping. But now, as far as I'm not into trapping like the leg catchers on the ground. Now I will trap if something's getting my chickens.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Raccoons. I've had a possum. One time I was trying to catch a raccoon at the trash, but it turns out I caught a wild cat.
Oh man.
And I turned that thing out, and it wasn't a raccoon. I put a camera there, and it was so funny. It was on video mode on the camera, so I got to watch everything. The raccoon was on the end of the trash trying to get inside, and then he slips and falls off. It was so funny. Oh, and 2 years ago, I was hunting. This don't happen much, but I had a raccoon come in the evening, like right at dark, and I shot him with a bow.
Oh, wow.
So I was lucky.
That's a good shot, man.
And when I shot him, I tried to do inexperienced taxidermy on his tail, and then I ended up getting stitches that night.
Oh, man.
On these 2 thumbs, the knife, yeah.
Oh, man.
Fun fact about Tyler, he can eat at McDonald's double bacon cheeseburger before you can even get the right. Hey, man. Hey, that's what I ate today, buddy.
That's funny, man.
Yeah, we ate that.
No. You eat it fast?
Oh, gosh. It's like literally 5 minutes or less. My grandma would be looking at the plate saying, you ate it all? And I was like, yep. She said, you inhaled it. I said, yes, I did. Thank you, Jonathan, for the McDonald's payment, buddy. Appreciate it, man.
We got one in Walnut Cove now, man. We hit the
There you
big
go.
time. We got a brand
There
new
you go,
one,
buddy.
man. Wyndham White. We don't have to ride to Madison or Walkertown now.
That's
We
right.
Run to Walnut Cove, man.
How awesome. We're going to have some fun. Yeah, we need to do that, man. That'd be cool.
Walter, I know you're a fisherman. Would you be interested? We're trying to get a tournament up at Blues Lake for a bass fishing tournament. Is that something you'd be interested in, buddy? Like I said, I love fishing, but it's not my expertise. I love to do it. Me and Brandon and Matt just got into, well, they've been doing it longer than I have, but I got into surf fishing. Got my pin rod over there.
I love to go fishing.
And,
Saltwater's my favorite.
Yeah, so I get motion sick, so I can't do the long boat trips, but on the surf and then the inland, man, I love that. That's pretty fun.
So, about fishing, I'll tell you about that. I love to go fishing. My grandpa, who's my best friend.
Oh, that's awesome.
He was in the hospital for 13 days just past month, but he's doing better. But he's the one that got me into fishing. And he's caught, the biggest fish he ever caught was a 26-inch puppy drum, red drum.
Oh, wow, man.
I caught one. I was so tickled to death. And I got him. I started catching bass before he did in the freshwater. So he finally caught. He said, I caught one after him. So, and then, but believe it or not, and he's caught a largemouth bigger than I've ever, one I've caught.
Man.
He caught, and literally, after he beat cancer, we went fishing, and he caught a giant one. I think that's the last fish he's ever caught, and with the condition he's in, he probably don't think he'll be fishing no more, but what a way to end a chapter as far as fishing goes. But Grandpa's just taking it one day at a time because he's on oxygen and able to do stuff. I mean, walk around, but every time he gets a virus with GVHD, graft-versus-host disease, after a stem cell transplant, side effect, any virus will just wipe him out.
Man.
So, but no, he's doing good. Like you said, we got wonderful fishing memories. Not just hunting, but like just outdoors general fishing. Man, oh my gosh, saltwater's my favorite because there's a whole lot more varieties to catch down there. It's so much fun to fish over there, and I like freshwater too. I love it. It's such a
Tyler's such a blessing to so many people. He's one of the most faithful, caring, personal Christian men you'll ever meet. Let me click on to see more. Glad to call him a friend and a brother. There you go, Tyler.
Jonathan, I love you, buddy. Like I said, man, Jonathan, if it wasn't for you, man, like I said, not only we great Christians and we love the Lord, and that's the most important thing, but you because of you, I've been able to become buddies or friends with Ryan Newman, and just in getting to racing like that, man. And we've been friends for just a couple years, and the best is yet to come. I know for sure.
Yes, man.
There'll be more for sure.
Heck yeah.
For sure. You tell Ryan I said, hey, buddy, and hopefully me and you can get up with him and go to his place, man. That'd be cool to, and like I said, at his ranch, if y'all don't know, Ryan Newman has a ranch called Rescue Ranch, and Ryan's a hunter himself.
Yeah.
He's been on Realtree, and he's killed some great bucks, but he has a ranch. He does have white-tailed deer, tame deer, elk. He's like a farm pretty much. And literally, the first time I ever met him and talked to him, he even showed me his live wildlife camera of a buck he calls Tank. He's over 300 pounds in the summer.
Gracious,
I said,
man.
good night. Man. He showed me that. I mean, dude, it was amazing. We had a great time.
That's awesome, man.
And then the next time I met him was at the race at over here in Elon, North Carolina, Ace Speedway.
Oh, yeah, I know where at.
Modified racing. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, they had go-kart races over there, too, actually. That was fun.
On the track?
Oh, yeah, on the track. And I was like, I'd wheel it.
Somebody is saying...
we got bass tournaments at Blues Creek all the time. About hoodies.
Okay, Stokes Apparel, he has not texted me this week, but he should be wrapping those up this week probably. So, Walter, as soon as he gets them done, I'll be glad to meet everybody somewhere and hand them all out.
That'd be cool.
Yes, sir. And I think Bryson said fishing is fun as long as you don't get eat up by bugs.
So, oh, I know it. Yeah.
Thermacell, baby. Thermacell.
Yeah, that's
you got
right.
one of those?
Yeah, honestly, you know what? Here's amazing. I use it for hunting. I've never used it for fishing. Never even thought about it. But we actually use that, I forget what the brand of it is. Coleman, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use that. Me and Grandpa use that spray on our legs and shoes and feet. And that, we get ticks every once in a while, but it helps.
Yeah.
But honestly, I never did use a thermocell in deer hunting this year. I was lucky I didn't get eat up.
I had to use one in the summer. Matter of fact, when I killed it was probably 80s, 90 degrees toward the first. And man, if there's a room full of 30 people, nobody's getting bit but me. I don't know. It must be my blood type.
That's just my luck.
Yeah, that's how they do.
My Nana, she'll tell you, she got ate up by flies at the beach. She said, I don't know what it is. They love me.
Some people, man, they wear them out.
And I'm like, how is she getting them and nobody else is? And I'm like, and finally, the last day I was out surf fishing. The only thing I caught was pinfish and those little bar jacks. But I finally got a couple of them to get on my leg, but it wasn't much. But
yeah,
I tell you, those beach flies are just worse.
Yeah, maybe a lot of times at the beach, that breeze can blow them out of the way.
Any more questions?
Yeah,
now or never.
Yeah, we got about 5 more minutes. We're going to wrap it up. Appreciate Tyler coming, man. Like I said, he's the first guest on our show.
Awesome.
It's an honor to have him, man. He's doing great things. Check him out on Hunter Ridge Outdoors. Send him a Facebook friends request, man. That's what we're doing here. We're networking, helping each other out. You know, man, like I said, getting outdoors, giving back. Hopefully what we're doing here gets Tyler some exposure and gets some more friends and some more eyes on his channel and opens some more opportunities for him. Like I said, I appreciate Jonathan Brown. He's helped us out a lot. That's how me and Tyler got to meet each other, through Jonathan.
He was watching,
It's like I said, Jonathan's one of those people like Matt and Brandon. They do a lot for this. Just don't see him on here. I'm the one running the mouth and gassing everybody. But we appreciate everybody watching. You got any questions, let us know right now. You got any comments, throw those up there. Hopefully everybody can see it. Hear us pretty good the whole time. We had a simple setup tonight. We got the iPhone up here on just a tripod. Like I said, Tyler, he's the YouTube hooker upper. He can edit and do things where I'll probably look at it and scratch my head like, how do you do that? So but
if y'all haven't seen my deer season, y'all go check that out. And you know, another thing too, I want people to know, I mean, I thought about it. Now, there are hunts I put together when I basically reached 30 minutes worth of action on the video. You know, a lot of people probably still do this. They, I don't know, make fun of, but get jealous, make fun of people like Real Tree, say, oh, that's high fence crap. Oh, they just go out there and shoot a deer and it's like, oh, like that. So people really think Jonathan's always been a good supporter. Absolutely. Oh, yeah, absolutely. But I think people need to see, too, or episodes where nothing's being killed.
Yeah.
And just the days that they sit there, you know, because that's what I'm doing. I didn't want people getting bored about it, but I also didn't want people watching it like, why are you just posting videos of just you talking and stuff like that? That's going through a day where I didn't see anything or no action where I couldn't get it on film, you know? So out of all the time, you'll see me every time I was hunting. It's on YouTube this past year. Every time, whether I just say, okay, we're getting settled in, let's go get one. It's like, beautiful day, you know, stuff like that. Let me know about any of this going on so we can help.
We'll do, Walter. Like I said, March 12th, we got a 3D archery tournament at Boneyard. That's our next big thing.
Cool deal, man. I love Jonathan up in there in Boneyard.
Yeah, man.
I love their techno. Oh, my gosh. That's
fun.
the coolest thing.
Hey, speaking of squirrels, you ever shot a squirrel in techno? That's fun.
It's tough. Yeah.
I shot at him. How about that? I shot at him.
Probably missed him.
I did.
You wouldn't believe this. They even had a cricket.
Really? Seriously?
I can't remember if I even hit it or not.
Man.
You know, and like I said, for me, I think I need to stick with deer, but then I say, like, some days I just like to shoot any of them on there, you know?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I honestly get too nervous up there, I think, and I mess up the shot.
Overthink it. Yeah, we all do that.
Yeah. But for an elk, man, you think it's a much easier target because they're so freaking huge, and a moose. That would be a rare thing I'd love to do. Go hunt for an elk or moose.
Oh, man, that would be wild.
I wouldn't have room in my room or in the house to mount one of them suckers.
But while we're talking about February, we're still in February. Potential spam. Sorry. All right.
Jonathan, awesome turnout. Absolutely.
Let's hit the see more button. Hadn't done it since I was a kid. We had a blast. Got to spend a great time with family and friends in God's creation. Great day for everyone.
Absolutely.
Thank you,
And memories
Jonathan.
made. Absolutely, Jonathan. Jonathan knows how I was bummed about when I didn't shoot any. But you know what? That's part of it. And like I said, I looked at Jonathan. I said, dude, we're all winners on this thing.
Yes, everybody's standing there, and there's some who not picking.
They're all winners. It doesn't matter about the money. It doesn't matter about, you know what I mean?
Yep.
It's and the main thing is we were safe. Nobody got injured.
Yep.
And it was memories made.
Awesome, man.
Can't wait for next year's.
I think it'll be bigger next year.
Oh, yeah. Hope so.
So February, getting back to the fire department, February 20th, we do a giveaway. The kids, I don't know if you can see it, probably not. There's Zebco 33 rod reel hanging up. Lucky kid will win that and a $25 Betty's gift card. The lucky adult side of it will win a $50 Betty's Outdoors gift card and a $30 Boneyard Archery gift card. All you have to do is submit a picture to the Backyards Bandits page. Look, I call myself the Backyards Bandits page. Backwoods Bandits. I've been hearing that.
I call it Backyards too. Sometimes I get so mixed up. I say that too.
It could be Backyard. Yeah, okay. Backwoods Bandits NC page. All you got to do is submit a picture of a firefighter, loved one, friend, past or present in your life. If you're a child or a youth, you can draw a picture of a fire truck. Thank you letter. If you are an existing firefighter, you can send your years of service and your department you're in. That qualifies you and gets you in the running for free. So it's just something trying to give back to people and pat the firefighters on the back.
Walter says, good night, y'all. Thank you, Walter. We will get up with you, buddy. We will go, Lord willing, do some fishing and hog hunt, buddy. I will send you my number when I can tonight, maybe, buddy.
Yeah. So, like I said, March 16th will be the Boneyard Archery 3D Indoor Tournament benefiting the South Stokes shooting team. We should have a flyer up for that this week, and we'll get people signed up and get all the details going. It's been an honor, Tyler. You got anything else you want to wrap up with?
There was one thing I was going to say. Oh, yeah. For those of y'all, a lot of y'all know about Betty's. And a lot of people, when you mention about it being a small world, I'm related to Betty.
Oh, man.
The owner of that store. Yep. Betty is one of my grandma's cousins.
Did not realize.
And so I'm related to a lot of people. I mean, my last name Redmond. The Redmond family is huge in Kernersville. There's hundreds, like I said, more than 100 people in that family.
Man, that's all I know.
Unbelievable. Yes, it's crazy. So, like I said, not just that side. I'm related to a lot of, like I said, related to the Mabes, related to Kleiners. My grandpa's a Kleiner. And like I said, and then related to the Bandits. That's on my grandma's side. And that's how Betty is my grandma's cousin on that side of the family. So,
small world.
Yeah, boy. So I love that store. I mean, I just love it. They got so much hunting stuff.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to just go in there and buy everything, you know?
Yeah,
I was like,
man.
I'm a family member. I get to buy everything.
Yeah, it's an awesome place, and Kevin and all those people in there always take care of everybody.
Oh, yeah.
My family.
Absolutely.
Yep. So, yeah, man, like I said, I appreciate you, Tyler. It's
Appreciate you, buddy.
My honor and a privilege, and I look forward to seeing what you come out with next on your channel.
We'll have to do this again.
Oh, definitely, for sure. Thank y'all for watching. We're going to wrap this up tonight. Like I said, go check my man Tyler Redmond out here on Hunting Ridge Outdoors.
That's right.
Check him out. He's got good things going. Y'all have a good night. Remember, you don't know unless you go. Get out there and find out. Let's do it.
That's right.